Thank you for that. Wow. Yeah. I was writing this thing, I got really bored. So, in the spirit of haikus, I decided to take the road less traveled and make my entire chapel a poem. So, here's go. An ode to Middlesex. Here's a shout out to my one true faculty nemesis. Small chorus with you is just pure bliss. But seriously, Dr. Wetzel, how have you not kicked me out? I don't even sing anymore. I literally just shout. Madame Jordan, my hat's off to you. Your expertise have brought me a long way. Merci beaucoup. Mom, Dad, Zygus. You guys are all right. Glad that our library family is together so tight. See, before, this chapel was not heading to a good place. Middlesex had me all clouded and my brain needed some space. Then I started rhyming. Suddenly, I was free. Now I'm going to be brutally honest. Please, Dad, give me. Oh, Middlesex, you are like lightning in a bottle. I walk with a stick so far up my butt, I waddle. It is incredible how uncomfortable I consistently feel. Perhaps it's just because my dad is always somewhere near. But if this school could find a way to self-animate, it would turn into a middle school bully. That kid you used to hate. See, this school will shove you with deadlines and torture you with stress. Every chapel, I hear about another student who's an emotional mess. Now, these are not accusations, just simply thoughts. Just trying to massage your mind, undo some cerebral knots. Because I'm not saying that there's anyone to blame, that the kids are all stressed out, and the food all tastes the same. I say, go ahead and stand up to Middlesex and find some way to fight back. If you don't, then at some point you're just going to crack. Push yourself. Don't let this dumb place push you around. Don't find your promise, find your passion, and make it profound. And if that involves getting straight A's, then that's what's to do. But just make sure that you're not doing it for anyone but you. Or don't do it. That's right, listen to what I say. If you need to, go out and live a little, seize the day. Pay attention to biting off more than you can chew. always beautiful and pristine. It's just as often suffocating and relentlessly mean. It's just not the healthiest recipe, wouldn't you say? Getting tiny amounts of sleep, all work, no play. You could call me ungrateful or an insolent brat, but then I just wonder why no one here is fat. Seriously. That one overweight girl, she didn't fit in. To have friends at this school, do you really have to be thin? And why aren't there any guys in this place who like to do art? It's just as gay as theater, but in the plays, I can't even get a part. Seriously, men, in studio art, I am so alone. They play Beyonce all class, and Diana sings along in the wrong tone. And the hookup culture at this school is just so bizarre. Yeah, meet a stranger, go out to the fields, even if you don't know who they are. You do the most intimate things with a girl the night before, and then the next day it's like you're not supposed to look at her anymore. I'm telling you, in the real world, people don't act like this. You actually have to talk to the girl you want to kiss. So stay away from that sort of thing, because it's shallow and cheap. You should try and find a connection with someone that you can keep. But look at me, preaching at you when I am just as much to blame. I sit up here on my pedestal, but I'm just the same. And teachers can look down on us and say, tut tut. But the school is just as guilty for making us our collective sluts. As a school, they need to supervise and to constantly see. So naturally, there's designated places where we are allowed to be. But this means that everyone is always so near. And it's not the eye of the roamer that suffocates, but the judgment of the peer. I think the kids feel like there's no escape. Because often, when you get them off campus, they all of a sudden feel great. And it doesn't help that everything associates with the school. That as long as you're on these grounds, you have to fear breaking some rule. There's only pockets on campus that let you feel free. Places like the art studio or the pottery room, where you expect no one else to be. The truth is, the guys and girls have nowhere to comfortably go, unless you decide you want to put your whole social life on show. The minute you're seen with a girl, so many assumptions are made, because why would you be talking to her unless you're trying to get laid? So instead of personality, it becomes about reputation. And voila, Middlesex, your hookup culture creation. But if I wanted to talk about superficial relationships, I'd be up here all day. If you feel like this school is trying to change you, try not to fall prey. I don't really care how you choose to define the word cool, as long as you're nice to other kids, and you're not a tool. As I carve my plaque, like so many others have done before, I face my feelings about Middlesex at their core. As much as I banter, I think that Middlesex is good. I just wonder, who's really getting carved into? Us or the wood? I mean, how is our time at Middlesex going to affect our impressionable souls? What merit are we taking away besides our shiny silver bowls? That we have to work hard if we want to become the best? The cream rises to the top, and this is our test. Find out if you fit into our society's definition of success. Reach your highest potential, and absolutely no less. It sounds kind of like the American dream, but only for kids who can afford to come here and be cream. It's just simply a thought. All these opportunities are great, but realistically, they're bought. I'm not looking to take the classes and revolutionize. Maybe just take a moment to sympathize. Notice that we are on top, and that means a lot. And if you've been born someone else, would you still have all you've got? I couldn't tell you how to live your life. If I did, I would be remiss. And the truth is that when it comes to life, I'm just scared shitless. Despite all of the learning I've done, I'm still so confused. I don't know my life goals or how my talents are to be used. But this place has taught me that if I need to be, I can be tough. And I reckon that's valuable, because I'm sure life would be rough. So if my judgment gets cloudy, and I get lost,